We're often so busy that we don't think about lunch until lunchtime, and we're starving. Then we go out and buy something. Even people who work from home often order delivery or takeout.
There's nothing wrong with wanting an easy solution when we're busy. But we have diabetes and need to be careful. On top of that, buying lunch frequently costs a lot of money for not a lot of nutrition. In this video, we focused on quick and inexpensive lunches that travel well. You can take one to work with you, and you can also eat it at home. Diabetes sucks.
But at Simply Diabetes, we can help you manage your diabetes cheaper and easier.
We are not medical professionals. We are people with diabetes, just like you.
Welcome.
Going out to lunch every day is crazy expensive over time.
How bad is it?
It varies by region, industry, and so on. But nearly half of Americans, 42%, spend between $11 and $20 per person per meal when dining out, with 24% spending between $21 and $30.
That's a lot of money.
It is, compared with homemade meals. On top of that, it's difficult and more expensive to buy less carby, nutritious lunches. For example, a burger and fries can have 100 grams of carbs and 0 veggies. The sorry slice of tomato and half a leaf of lettuce doesn't count as a veggie serving. Pasta or rice dishes are carb bombs as well. Sandwiches can also be carby because of the bread.
What about a salad?
That's often healthier because of all the veggies. But a commercial salad dressing can be pretty carby, and it's often highly processed. Plus, there could be carby ingredients, croutons, for example. And often they give you a slice of bread to go with your salad just to fill you up.
So we pay a lot of money for something that isn't good for us.
Exactly. We often say it's because we don't have time. If that's you, we can help.
We have some tricks up our sleeves that can make your lunch inexpensive and quick.
It will take some planning, but it's well worth it. So let's look at our favorite lunches. We won't win any culinary awards with a lunch like this, but it's quick, inexpensive, contains lots of veggies, and very few carbs. I noticed that if I don't eat enough protein, I'm hungry soon after eating.
You're always hungry.
I know. But protein helps. And then we want fiber, vitamins, and minerals.
We take a multivitamin every day, but that's not the same as actual fresh food.
Real food is definitely better. Our first lunch idea is so quick and easy that you really have no excuse. It's a piece of cheese plus some veggies. I'm just about to leave the house, so it's really, really late for me, and I need to get myself something for lunch. I have a piece of cheese. It's in the package for the rest of it, so I'm taking this entire thing as is. I have here some radishes that I washed the other day, and I have a piece of celery, one stalk that I will need to very quickly cut up into pieces like this, really quickly. I put this in the reusable bags. Reusable because that's better for the environment and also cheap. I don't have to buy another bag. And that really is it. Here are my veggies in another bag. I'm rushing, so everything is falling, but that's okay. This is a very cheap and very quick lunch when you have no time. And I often take this lunch with me when I go out. If you wrap it well, it doesn't even need to be refrigerated. I always choose veggies that travel well. Radishes, Persian cucumbers, slices of peppers, celery, or carrots. I mix and match. I never limit myself in the amount of veggies. If I'm hungry, I eat the whole pepper, and a whole bunch of radishes. No biggie. If your mornings are hectic, you can prepare veggies the night before. In fact, when I buy radishes, I trim and clean them right away. They can sit in the fridge for a couple of days. If you feel the veggies are too dry and aren't used to eating them by themselves, you can make a quick dressing. I enjoy olives and other veggies in a brine. I mix the brine with homemade yogurt, add some spices, and here's an almost free dip. Here is the simplest and cheapest salad dressing and dip in the world. I have here some homemade Greek yogurt, but you can also use a regular yogurt. Some brine, this is homemade beets, but you can use olives or whatever else you want. And seasoning, in this case, I'm using the Everything Bagel seasoning. So here's what we do. We take a little bit of yogurt and add a little bit of brine. About half and half. And now we add a little bit of seasoning. Not too much because this is pretty salty. And mix the whole thing. This one is colorful and pretty. You can use different ones. And it's really delicious and as simple as it possibly could be.
I don't love the veggies this way, so I take an apple or an orange instead. It's a little bit more carby, but nowhere near as bad for me as fast food would be.
Another idea is 2 hard-boiled eggs plus veggies. We always have some hard-boiled eggs in the fridge. We buy them on sale so they aren't as expensive. You can spice them up with a splash of the hot sauce, or you can also sprinkle them with spices. Everything Bagel has been my favorite lately.
We have more protein ideas.
Yes, a slice of meat roast or a piece of sausage works well also.
Let's look at the nutrition and cost.
The amount of impact carbs, which we get by subtracting fiber from total carbs, is pretty small, 5 to 8 grams. The cost will depend on what kind of protein and what kind of carbs you choose, but it should be less than $2.50.
Not bad. Even a McDonald's special deal will be more.
Right. And you get this ready faster than you can think of buying a meal somewhere. Literally a couple of minutes.
What about sandwiches? Sandwiches travel well.
They do. But the problem with sandwiches is the bread. So it is so very carby, and sandwich needs 2 slices to travel well.
Can we do something?
We can. First, the type of bread matters. Rye bread is a lot less carby than wheat, so that's a better choice. If you have to use wheat, at least pick a whole grain bread. It has fiber, while white bread has none or very little. The other idea is to reduce the amount of bread. If I want a sandwich that travels well, I use 1 slice of bread for the bottom. I replace the top with a large leaf of romaine lettuce or some other large leaf folded to the right size. The sandwich tastes good, and I cut the carbs down by a lot. After all, I use only half the bread I would with a traditional sandwich. And if you don't travel with your sandwich, you still want lettuce, but it doesn't need to be romaine. You can use arugula or baby spring mix or whatever you want. This kind of greenery doesn't work as the top layer, but if you're home, it's fine.
All our sandwiches are open face. It also matters what we fill it with. Our favorites are cheese and cold cuts for protein, You also make sure I eat veggies. So there is lettuce and tomatoes or sliced peppers as well.
Another idea is salads. We like a chef salad with leafy greens, lots of other veggies, cheese, cold cuts, eggs, and a homemade dressing. If you put this salad in a container, it travels well.
Many workplaces have refrigerators. You can put your salad there until you're ready to eat. But if you don't have one available, you can freeze a bottle of water and put it next to the salad. This way, your salad is cool enough and doesn't spoil.
It's difficult for us to price these lunches out, but we know for sure they are much less expensive than a restaurant meal or a takeout, and they take hardly any time at all to make.
Try them. Also, if you found these ideas helpful, give us a like and subscribe to our Simply Diabetes channel. That's the best way to support our channel.
Thanks, and see you next week.
Bye.